Happy Friday at home, everybody. Here we go. So it was Ludi. The page, what's it look like? It's gold, buff. It's a buff page. So I have the answers right here. If you didn't have a chance to do it, one thing you could do is just take a picture and then try it on your own. I'm not grading them, but honestly, if you can apply those terms, which is what I asked you to do, it's really good practice. So when you're trying to figure it out, like, oh, how would you apply social loafing to a scenario? How would you apply these different things? So on the board, you can see I have A is social loafing, B, conformity, otherwise known as, more specifically, normative social influence. De-individuation is C, fundamental attribution error is D, social facilitation E, F, cognitive dissonance. All the terms we've gone over thus far. Good practice for your FRQ that will be coming up, as we established yesterday, next Thursday. I need to shut these so we don't have such a glare in the room when I'm videotaping. I tend to forget all these little things. And I don't like the windows shut. Okay, are we good? A lot going on. We're going to wrap up 19 and 20 today, and we're going to do it by a couple different activities. So you actually can just set your packets aside. We'll be getting to those in a little bit. You've been divided into sections or groups, I should say, as much as I possibly can. Notice who you're sitting by. Ladies on this side of the room, you four are one entity. You are one large group. Okay? The two of you gentlemen, you two are one group. And now, because we don't have Justin, it'll be, nope, you cannot. So the two of you will be one group. So we have a group of four, a group of two, and a group of two. Everybody understand your groups? Okay. Here's our activity for today. Keep it face down until I tell you to turn it. Going to need a little bit of room. Well, no, maybe not. I got you, Andrew. All right. When I give you the instructions, guys, I will not be able to answer any questions. Okay? And just remember, you two are a group, you two are a group, you four are a group. All right, flip it over. Your team has 7 minutes to put a puzzle that I'm going to give you together. The team with the largest section completed or finished puzzle first wins 2 extra credit points on your test. Most connected pieces win. Several different sections don't count. We will only count the largest section with the most connected pieces. You may not hurt other people. You cannot destroy puzzle pieces or the box. There are no other rules.
You can't mess up there.
There are no other rules.
Wait, don't destroy puzzles or puzzle pieces. Because it says,
oh, Betsy, this is about to go down.
But now that he just asked. Yeah, I was already thinking that, but I was going to
Hold up. Miss Horner, you gotta real quick here.
wait, puzzles
Like,
or puzzle
destroy as in, like,
Probably
specifically
puzzle
break?
pieces, that's what I'm guessing.
Read that silently. Read that silently.
Oh, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I know what they're doing.
Read this silently. Tuck it away. You should wave. Hello, people at home. Are we ready? It's a 48-piece puzzle.
Oh crap, so, never mind.
I will start the clock at 7 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'll box this out, guys. I'll box this out.
Okay.
I think it's a help though, right?
This is really bad.
Where they got it? I think so.
Oh my god. Okay, start with the air. Wait, is there a picture? Okay, wait.
Oh,
Okay, I just
Both the puzzles, right?
spread them all out so it's easier.
Oh, this is our...
They're working on their puzzle sheet. Call me off right now. I don't know.
Thank you.
No answer.
Good done.
Okay, wait, there's a card right here. Right here. This is three goes right there.
So bottom has been colorful. Oh, right here. Good. Alright. Are you going for what? Are you going for the top? I'm saying going bottom right. It's easier to skip it.
I don't know.
Oh, how about that?
You can try to like speed run this one.
I don't know if you...
Yeah,
Let's go. And this goes here.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
And now something that will one. So maybe like this slide, okay? And maybe that guy right in the middle.
Oh wait, what is this?
This is the top corner. Yeah, this is the yellow piece. Yeah, this goes to the next one.
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's easy.
No, right. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
No, that's an orange piece. It's not a...
5 minutes.
Oh my god.
Okay.
What? No. No, I can't do it.
Yo, what's going on?
I'm not gonna do it. Oh,
I'm trying to let your puzzle.
Hey, keep going. Keep going.
Oh no.
There you
Wait a
go.
second. This is really bad. This box is
Where to go?
Mitch is so...
Guys, watch yourself.
Yeah, they don't know our...
Why can't I find that right there? Is there another such that piece?
Okay, that's a good idea.
It's one kind of piece. Oh, here's another corner. Wait.
Oh, this is part of this.
This then? This go?
Yes. Yes. Oh, wait. Let's go.
Uh-oh. Okay. All right, keep going, keep going.
Oh, this piece right here.
No. That's gonna go like down. Wait, where's the bottom? Is this yellow or red? That's a red.
And all the right. It's really all right.
Is the blue next to yellow or? The blue right here. Look at that.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
Can you get that one?
Yeah, so this is bottom left. I don't, we haven't been using that the entire time. I don't know why everyone's trying to go for it.
We are struggling. Really?
I'm guessing check and keep going. And we have to
Dude, I saw something puzzles, bro.
So the one you just had your hand. Is that go here?
It's like a bar.
Oh, I thought you were someone I was always.
We're going to check me? Nice. 3 minutes left.
It's okay. It's okay.
What's in the box? Here.
I got it. Okay, come on guys, you got this. Wait, look at that thing. Why is there no edge pieces?
Oh, hey, that piece got
I wonder if this connects to the...
Yeah. Yes. They finally got it.
Oh, we're getting somewhere.
Oh, this piece.
Someone just go back for doing it. You said no breaking pieces, right? No, there's no rule.
That's correct, Andrew.
I don't know what goes down there. Is there another blue piece? There's gotta be another blue piece.
No, that's gotta go here. That's gotta go over here. That's gotta go over
This
here.
right here. Oh, it's a
Yeah, can't break it.
You're not getting it. Are you kidding me?
I hear.
me.
Oh my god.
That was not me, that was probably you guys, because you guys were hovering over it, like, trying to warm up.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't know we did.
A minute 30 left.
A minute 30?
1 minute 30.
Dude, we started. Take the table. No. Wait, we're probably. I need pieces.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Andrew broke the piece. Andrew broke the piece.
I didn't know his name. Oh, the other one's you guys. So this is the corner.
I don't know why you're trying to look. I'm probably.
I don't see anything.
Oh my god.
They did.
Wait. When we're done. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're not in picture. That's because Andrew cracked one. Okay, yeah, that's good.
You are looking at your last 30 seconds, people. Only one team will win.
No, oh my god.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop, hands up. Oh my God. All right. Let's just take a look at the room. We've got remnants of a fallen desk. Puzzle pieces all on the ground. We have Nathan. We have got a whopping 2 puzzle pieces, 3 pieces together. And then we have the group of 4 over here that has almost every piece together. How did you do that after they destroyed it?
Me. Teamwork. She was really good at blocking, so we decided. And Emily was really good at blocking. I'm sorry if I got it. I popped out.
All right, guys. You can go ahead, pick up your pieces. If you destroyed somebody else's puzzle, you might want to help them or return their pieces to them. If you have any of their pieces, go ahead and give them back. And we will get started. Your class was perfect. You guys did a perfect job. Exactly what we were looking for, guys. It's okay.
I gave him that. Good job, guys. Good job.
Oh, don't worry about it. No, was it? When Andrew tried to go through my legs, he wasn't making it.
They almost got it.
You weren't going to make it out.
I especially liked the dive down. The dive down was good. I will take your piece of paper. Mitchell, thank you for being a good sport. Thank you. I'll take your piece of paper, Andrew.
That would be.
I have an extra if you can't find it. Alyssa, piece of paper. All right, let's chat about this, and I have one more activity I need us to do before that end of the day. All right, guys. Nobody got physically hurt, did they? Did you? You okay?
Yeah, it's my back.
Your back?
Yeah.
He landed on it?
Oh, yeah, I also have a spinal fusion.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Do you need to walk? You got to go to the nurse. Are you sure? Okay. So let's chat about what we did purposefully, the group sizes. We were supposed to have Justin here today. We were supposed to have a group of 3, 2, and 4, right? Let's look at the board. Which words can you pick out that you can apply to this scenario in any way, shape, or form? Feel free to move because I know you guys are tucked back in the corner. Well, how? How is social facilitation?
I don't know. I felt like I was doing the puzzle better. I didn't have the box the entire time, and we were still rolling, cruising through.
Without people watching you?
I'm pretty sure they kept an eye on us. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, okay.
I like more watching the Stevens.
Yeah, they're more watching people than actually doing their puzzle.
If we had 4 pieces connected and we destroyed the guys and you guys had 0, then we would win technically.
I do have to tell you, in the past when I've done this activity, it can get, depending upon the clientele of the class, absolutely, positively out of control craziness.
Which could be that? What's that one word where it's like, you don't have to be? Oh yeah, be.
How did you apply, how would any of you guys apply de-individuation to what happened here?
Well, I think I said I can say no matter what.
There's 3 things that are part of de-individuation. Presence of other people, were there people around? Yes. You have to lose sense of control, and you do things you normally wouldn't do. You have no social restraints. Did we see that in some people?
Morgan, would you normally like laugh when the bear attacked you?
Well, I thought Andrew was a perfect example of it. You know, I mean, he was going to town. He was just like I could hear him. Oh, and I also heard your cognitive dissonance, and I heard your cognitive dissonance too. So somebody in each group received a piece of paper, and it just said basically, go taunt or take things, you know, like, and try to encourage them to do so. And Alyssa, Andrew, what did you guys say early on? You had a belief, and it was you had a difficult time because.
Sorry, didn't I, or something like that.
Yeah, and I heard you guys saying, God, I heard you say, I feel bad. I'm supposed to go like destroy, but I feel bad about doing so. Right? You know, so we have this system in our brain saying you should.
Feel that bad. It's a box they can do with that.
Yeah, you were pretty kind to them. Maybe I should have given it to Morgan. She probably would have checked you guys all here. Any other terms where you're like, I could see that falling into place, guys?
It's kind of your polarization.
I think Brian was the perfect example.
She yelled at Morgan.
Brian was a perfect example of what?
Or the cognitive, or he was the taunting person. He did a really good job. He told Nathan that he smelled.
Oh! Did he?
That's the only thing he said. He's like,
I know, I walked over, I was like, you're not doing anything. You got to do something here. I could see obedience because you were following the rules. You were following the directions.
there were no rules. How could we follow?
But you had 7 minutes and you were trying to put a puzzle together. Okay.
I think it's cool how the Thors they didn't have the skirt someone else's puzzle, and they still didn't touch the skirt someone else.
100%. And that is so awesome when I see that. That total, like, somebody else went, you received no piece of paper, but you were like, screw this, I'm not going to let other people. And you started going over and taking stuff, and I heard you say the same thing. You know, you're like, I'm not a good puzzle putter together. So it's interesting how the groups form. Is there any social loafing? In my big classes that we've had, like sizes 25 and 26, you know, with regular AP Psych, I will have one group that's really large. Like I'll have a group of like 10. And do you think social loafing occurs? 100%. You know, there's only so many pieces of puzzle, and there's people that are just sitting back and, you know, depending upon their personality. So that's usually one that's pretty apparent. You guys have such a small class. Wait till my class of 5, 7th hour. This is going to be very interesting, I think. We'll see if it works at all. I was really trying to demonstrate not group polarization, but group think. So group think, you need to have a strong leader. That's the number one thing. Was there someone in your group that kind of took charge and said, you know, just kind of like, was there someone in your group that kind of took charge? More vocal, more?
It's kind of hard with 2 people. I'd imagine it'd be more than that.
Yeah, but I did see you take more charge. How about the 2 of you?
I thought it was pretty even.
Okay.
Let's just destroy the.
Okay, and then you guys. Did you have somebody that was more of the leader?
I would say Mackenzie was more like leading like puzzle pieces, and like Emily and like Alyssa were coming in, and I was more like leading like
And Ashley was putting it together. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not saying they weren't doing anything, but was there someone in your group that was like, okay, we can go with the border first. Oh, these colors are here. And, you know, kind of like more of the outspoken one taking more charge. That is not a bad thing. But when we happen, hello, I'm over here. Okay, So let's take out and turn to the page in your packet. I have outlined the key components of groupthink. And I believe it is on the first pink, it's the pink page. So you have a dynamic, outspoken leader. You might not agree, but you don't want to be the party pooper. Was there anybody in the groups where they were like, oh, I don't think we should do it this way, but you didn't say anything? Nope. Okay. Definitely happens when I have larger classes, for sure. You keep quiet because you just don't want to like ruffle the feathers or cause any problems. You don't question because you don't want to be labeled. And then how about this one? Under stressful situations, you tend not to think, and you just kind of are, you're under pressure. And you guys were under two forms of pressure. Time, like I kept counting down on purpose. And then two, pressure of external forces coming in and grabbing things. So I was trying to create more of a pressure situation that you felt not like, oh, you guys have the rest of the period, okay, and super chill. I wanted that feeling of, ah! And it was perfect when you came over and you destroyed them, and I just heard your voices just go up. Problems because decisions may be made at the expense of critical thinking and rational decisions. So groupthink doesn't always lead to a success like it did here for you guys. Most of the time, groupthink leads to really bad decisions, very poor decisions. In corporate world, business worlds, government officials, anybody. So did anybody read for today and remember the example they used for groupthink? We always can count on you, my love. What did they read?
It was like the Cuban Bay of Pigs, which is like where John F. Kennedy and his council decided to send in some like rebels and stuff, and they ended up getting captured by the Cuban army.
Yep, it was a poor decision that was made. In addition, the Challenger, which I was alive during that time when the space shuttle went up, and it was the first science teacher was actually on it. I was in school, and I remember we were all forced to watch it, and the thing blew up. And what happened after, what they realized was it had been canceled and canceled and canceled, and pressure from external forces, media, government officials, everybody involved, because the cost of even just getting it going is so high. So on the rescheduled date, it came, and they were supposed to go up in space, and the engineers sat around a circle, and there was one engineer that said we should not be doing this because the temperature is not what it needs to be. There's what is called apparently O-rings, and these O-rings will expand and contract depending upon the temperature, causing fatalities. So he stood up and said, I don't think we should be doing this. These are all obviously very smart individuals, and they're sitting around the corporate table saying, we need to do this. We're ready. We're going to go. And he felt pressured because of all the external people saying, we're going to do this. Unanimous decisions were made, and they went, and we all know the fate of what happened after that. It can definitely lead to a disaster. You guys, I have said in enough meetings, I don't belong to a corporation, but I belong to, an organization. And I've said in enough meetings where if you have an outspoken leader at that meeting, and it doesn't even have to be a leader, just an outspoken person, a lot of people will just listen and be like, okay, and they go along with that person without questioning. And I'm just trying to tell you, always question and encourage you to think independently for yourself. That's really, really important as you go into whatever field you're thinking about. And it doesn't even have to be in your profession. Think about like if you guys have ever been in a situation where you're in sports, or like, you're thinking like somebody's more the loud, outspoken one, or just your group of friends, and you're gathering, and you're like, I don't know if that's a great decision type of thing. Groupthink. Group polarization. Let's do that one. Everybody feel like I should stop? Does everybody feel like you're okay with that? Okay. So I have a proposal I would like to make. I'm going to switch gears completely now. The proposal I would like to make is, due to the College Board having last year what happened with the essays and no multiple choice. I'm contemplating getting rid of all multiple choice and just focusing on essays for the rest of the year in lieu of my fear that it might happen again. So I was wondering if you could give me your opinion silently. You don't need to put your name on it, just your class period. Rate how much you would or would not like or agree with that decision. But don't say anything right now, please. Flip it over when you're done. Okay, everybody have a chance to score? Anybody that scored I disagree or strongly disagree, stay in here. Anybody that scored I agree, please go in the hallway. Leave all your belongings. If you scored neutral, please raise your hand. Okay, the two of you. We'll have you go in the hallway and we'll have you stay here. That'll be perfect. I would like you to, you can just leave it there. I'd like you to discuss. You're going to have one leader that's going to explain to them why you think you're right. So you guys just have a discussion. Same thing out here, Nathan. You guys just have a discussion about why you think you're right. Pick one person that's going to explain to them why you think you're right. You guys feel good?
Yeah.
Any more arguments that you can think of?
Well, like in multiple choice, like you learn like a wider variety of like words, especially in this class, like you just get more knowledge that you know.
And I think like understanding like a bunch of like different words and then like having like the 6 words on the essay, like having those like little base words to like help with the big words will also like help you improve your essay anyway. Especially because like some people like aren't good writers, so like having those like other knowledge of other like types of things that you're learning is gonna help them become better writers.
Okay.
What if we weren't having that when we, done ourselves in? Yeah. So like I was just saying like to consider what they might like have different views than what we do or why they think the way they do.
Morgan, can you go grab the guys? Thank you. Do you have one spokesperson, guys? They've been done for 4 minutes. All right, guys, do you have one person that can speak on your behalf?
Yeah, I can.
All right, thank you. What side were we over here? Say it again. You do not, you want multiple choice. And you're saying we want FRQ. Okay, so let's start with you guys. Go ahead.
All right, so based off our discussion, we talked and we agreed that there should be multiple choice and we should continue to practice that because at this point in the year it's kind of early on to tell what's going to happen and our teachers just stop doing it and we're going to do it and we'll here's how you do multiple choice test on the actual exam. Not to mention the actual multiple choice test itself can help you write the free response essays and do better on them because you're reviewing terms that should possibly be on the free response, and it focuses more on specific definitions and applications, so it could help you with that actually.
Boy, that was fast.
Sorry, I talk really fast.
That was good. Good. Who was speaking over here?
I said the same thing, basically, but the other way around, that FRQs can help you with the multiple choice because you have to know the definitions of the word. And I feel like that we've all been taking multiple choice tests since, what, till now. It's been a long time. And it was just my feeling, I guess I can't really use this as an explanation, but feeling that in school, if COVID keeps going on, which there's a high chance that it is, that we're going to be out of school and multiple choice is probably going to be eliminated. So why not practice on the FRQs as much as we can, get good at that, and so we can do better on the test. That's also from a feeling that I have of that we won't be in school much longer.
Anybody want to rebut anybody at all?
I guess just for application wise, if there's an FRQ that says, okay, how can you, you have to define term in most FRQs and then apply it to the situation, whereas multiple choice will actually ask you what does this term mean? So knowing that before you go to an FRQ could be beneficial because of that, and applying it to taking an AP class kind of last year and having to deal with COVID. We only had to write an essay in AP Learning Comp, but we still did multiple choice, and I think it helped me prepare overall just because of important words and explanations that I would have for multiple choice that you could apply to that person.
I also don't think it would go both ways because the FRQs are so specific. I mean, 6 words out of everything that you're going to get on a multiple choice test. I just don't think you would get the same help as you would if you multiple choice answered your content. I don't think it works both ways.
One last thought. Anybody over here?
I don't know what's going to happen. I thought it would just kind of agree or disagree.
All right.
Well, I was thinking for the FRQ, again, with there's probably a small chance that we're going to an AP testing facility to where we can take the test in person, so I don't know why they would do multiple choice online again, because I would imagine that they would do it online again, and so that would only be FRQ.
Take your piece of paper that you had out, star the number that you now feel. You circled one before, now I want you to star the number you now feel. Keep both of them there. M, what was your first number?
3.
And what is your second number?
4.
You went from 3 to 4. Keep going.
I stayed at a 5.
5 to 5.
5 to 4.
You went down. Here?
4.
4, 4. Over here?
2, 3.
You went up.
Yep.
Here? Keep going, guys.
2, 3.
You went up. Next.
2, 3.
Went up. Next.
3, 3.
And stayed the same. All right. So we had 4 people that went up. This is not going to happen, just so you know, what I was having you have your opinion on. But I wanted to demonstrate this term, group polarization. Group polarization is when you are in a group and you have an opinion, but then when you're with the group that has the same opinion, you become stronger in your opinion. You have more of a certainty in what really is going to happen, and you believe more firmly after you were with like-minded people. And we demonstrated that with 4 of you. You were with like-minded people, you heard the arguments, and it even strengthened your opinion. We had less than 5 minutes and we did this. Think about where this really happens in life. Anybody want to think of a good application for today? It's not that hard. Don't look far from your own desks. You guys have them sitting on your desks. Many of you have a phone sitting there. What am I getting at here? Technology. What does technology do for group polarization? It's crazy, to be honest with you. Can I be an extremist? Can I be anything and get on that computer and find other people with those crazy still thoughts, and I feel like I'm not alone? Right? And what does it do? If I'm a Nazi and I believe in Nazism And I go on every night, and you don't know this, I'm this secret person in this closet, and I go on every night. Is it strengthening or weakening my opinion? Yeah, think about, it's not always great, right? And we have seen just a huge rise. Before you leave, how I always keep group polarization straight in my mind, I think about polars, the North Pole, the South Pole, and you have polar opposites. And this just keeps expanding it, okay? So these two terms are often confused by a lot of students on the test. You guys can wrap up, that's fine. But just so you know, groupthink and group polarization, there is a difference between the two. This one, you make it stronger. Group think, not so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Do I see you on Monday? No. I see you on Tuesday. All right. Yellow sheets can be recycled on your